everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Talkin with Taylor. I'm joined today by Tyler Eisenreich, a member of the national tour of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, which comes to Starlight June 29th through July 1st, a weekend only. So we're very excited to talk to you. And you're actually, you not only a Kansas City native, but you have some great connections to Starlight. So I'm anxious to see what all that is. Were you born in Kansas City?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, born in Blue Springs, Missouri.
Okay.
Born and raised here.
What's your favorite thing to do when you come home? Because now you're...
Green Lady Lounge.
Okay.
One of the places I have to go.
It's one of the best.
Also now Uptown. In the summer I go to Worlds of Fun, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Kansas City. You just go. You just do. So how long have you been on the road with Cinderella?
We started rehearsals late September.
Okay.
Then we opened the show in Alaska for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, that was amazing.
How did that go?
It was
Were you
great.
just like on a glacier floating by?
Not on a glacier, but I did take like a 6-seater plane over a glacier and like through
that's
mountains.
fun.
Didn't see a moose though.
Oh,
So
sad.
yeah,
Well, that's, you made it over the glacier in the
Exactly.
6-person plane. That's a miracle. How long did that run? How long were you in Alaska?
So we had a week of tech rehearsals and then a week of shows.
Okay.
Then we had like a week off and we went to Washington and then just started touring the country from there.
Okay. How did the opportunity come about? How did you jump on board?
There's a website called backstage.com. So they were like, hey, we're auditioning for this. And I was like, okay, cool. Went to the first audition and it was a dance call. They started with a ballet combo and I was like, all right, bye. Not for me. For some reason kept me. Then they were looking for a specific tumbling track, the one that I'm actually in right now. When I was growing up, my tumbling teacher taught us everything from somersaults to back handsprings, all the stuff that you usually learn. But then she also taught us really weird things that nobody ever learns. And there's this trick called a rose plop where you do a front handspring and land on your butt. And I was like, I'm never gonna use this in my life. Flash forward to Cinderella audition and they're like, this role specifically has to do this thing called a rose plop. And I was like, this is my time to shine. I'm here.
It's meant to be.
So
it's meant to be. Well, and you have a connection. Talking about your childhood, I mean, you have a Cinderella connection in your childhood.
My summer camp production.
Yeah,
I was a herald.
Okay.
Which now in this version of Cinderella is not in there. It's Lord Pinkelton. He sings the Princess Giving a Ball.
Well, that's a better name than Herald.
A herald. Not even
Herald.
Harold as a first name, but a herald.
A herald.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my friend Luke were both the heralds.
The heralds.
So
That'd be a great little musical group.
Oh, absolutely.
You could play Green Lady Lounge.
You're so right.
The herald. So,
Good thing I play so many instruments too.
Wonderful.
It's perfect.
That's great. Tissue paper and comb or something, or spoons.
I was thinking a rubber band.
Or
just
that's
plucking
great.
it.
I think
so.
that's very modern. So tell us about the show. What's your role? What are you doing?
So I'm in the ensemble, but I'm also the fox/footman. So Cinderella is singing her song about being in her own little corner, in her own little chair, and she has a fox and a raccoon friend that she sings to, which fairy godmother comes back later and turns them into carriage driver and a footman. So that is me. I have a nice red ponytail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's really great.
Okay. And is there any kind of magical transition? How do you is the ponytail ripped off?
The ponytail is not ripped
fascinated
off.
by this.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I can't give away the magic, but it's a tumbling track, So I come in just flipping
You're
on
using the
stage.
thing where you fall on you. Okay.
Yes,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Okay.
So
that's where the magic lies.
Big reveal.
Okay. So you have this really great connection to Starlight, which many people, I'm sure, that pass through our doors don't. You actually were in our Blue Star Awards. You were a winner, and you went on to the Jimmy Awards in New York. So tell me a little bit. This was in 2012.
Yeah.
And what was the show that you were up for?
So I was in Thoroughly Modern Millie,
Okay.
playing Jimmy.
Okay.
Did not think I would be nominated at all, let alone win. So that was a big shock, and I was very excited because obviously in high school, Blue Star is the biggest deal for theater people. So very cool moment, and got to meet Brian Darcy James. He was the guest presenter that year. And then at the Jimmy Awards, I got to meet Christian Boyle, and then Leslie Odom Jr. was my coach. So I basically met the whole cast of Smash.
Okay. Hey.
Besides Deborah Messing.
Well, that's...
Yeah.
She's hard to track down.
Yeah, always messing. Stupid.
So think back to that high school age self, and now that you're, traveling around with this amazing company, and what advice would you give to your high school self?
I would say to not take everything so seriously and to not be so dramatic about things. People give you like critiques or whatever all the time, and in high school I would just be like really dramatic about it, and somebody was like, you weren't the best today, and then you'd see me like looking out my car window listening to Kelly Clarkson and being like, ugh, I'm the worst. But just to have fun with it, and everything's not that serious, and work hard but have fun.
So what are you excited about to bring Cinderella to the Starlight stage? What do you want the audience in Kansas City to get out of it?
So this version of Cinderella is completely rewritten by Douglas Carter Beane. Same songs from the original, oh my gosh, I don't know when it aired.
Long.
Insert date here with Julie Andrews.
She'll come for you now.
Yeah, I know.
She's
Oh God, I
in the
have
mafia.
to hide somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways. So this version, it has a lot of twists and turns. So you go and see Cinderella and you're like, okay, we know what's gonna happen. We're not shocked. But you see this version of Cinderella and you're like, oh, I did not expect this. I didn't know that these characters were gonna be in this. I didn't know that this storyline was gonna happen. And then the costumes are beautiful. So many magical costume changes that like I can't even clock sometimes. I'm like, I don't know how that happened. And it also has a really, really great message of kindness.
Which I think is really important for everybody to see, not just kids, but everybody.
Every single person. And that's what's really great about bringing it to so many different theaters, because I think it's one that everybody needs to hear. It's just be kind to people and know that everything is possible, all your dreams or whatever it is. And it's just fun. It's just a happy, fun show. I can't stop smiling when I'm performing it, and I'm sure that's how it is when you're watching it.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Talkin' with Taylor. For more videos like this, subscribe below and follow us on social media at KC Starlight. Cinderella plays Under the Stars for one weekend only, June 29th through July 1st. Get your tickets at kcstarlight.com.